Hi, my name is Alan Quentin, and this is a short story about me. Hello again, this is me back, and the first question of the day is where am I from? And to start with this question, I've really passed 17 years back in the south part of the country in a city called Butare, Korea district. Probably know it somewhere, and like that's all. That was like my high school, my second primary school, and my nursery school, known as kindergarten sometimes. I spent there my whole 17 years or 18 years until the day I shifted. I shifted last year when I was coming here in Kigali for and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, apparently I'm from Butare and I live with my family, my mom, my dad, and my three siblings. And the last sibling I have a story that I would talk about like later, but again, yeah, that's my whole family. Like I have two brothers and one sister. They are all in high school like right now, apart from the last one who has like 3 years or something. Yeah, 3 years. And yeah, that's apparently my life. That's where I'm from. That's basically everything around me. I've experienced what my life journey has been made by different things, different experiences, like built from scratch at some points. Yeah, because everybody is built from scratch, and my life experience has been this kind of combination between friends' experiences, emotional, spiritual, religious, and all those kind of things, and them bound together made who I am today. And just through this small video, I'm just gonna go through all those kind of stuff that shaped me like the person I am today and into you know, the person I've grown up to be. And I believe that probably will be helpful for some of you, like to learn from my experience and get understand my worldview. Like it's not like as if everybody will be able to follow my worldview, but this is the way how I through things. This is the way how I view the world at some points of my life. So without further ado, let's start with number one. One of the greatest things that shaped my life in the past years was my high school experience, and the way it affected my life was through let's just say beliefs or religion or spiritual at some points, because I spent my 7 years straight years, seven because of the COVID-19 year, you know yeah. But the point here is I've spent 7 entire years in a religious school in a minor seminary, and the experience there was like really, let's just say, hard at some points, because we lived with priests and all those kind of religious persons, and my ambitions going there to seminary was becoming like them, becoming like one of them, and becoming a priest to go in front of people and just say the word of Jesus Christ or the word of God. But then, with experience, I got to experience different things in the seminary, which made me change my mind at some points. Because sometimes you have to doubt. Sometimes I saw that sometimes what you think people are, and not exactly what they are. Because I can just use the word betrayed, but yeah, it's in that sense, because what I was expecting from the priests is not what I was intending to be in life. I thought were like people who were willing to change the world, to see the spirituality behind Jesus Christ, or see the spirituality behind any religion. But then they changed up every single thing as I didn't expect. So the first thing about religion to me is always being skeptic, always asking myself, why am I doing this? Why in the first place? Who is God? I mean, what is God to me? And throughout the journey of my high school, I got to learn and know, what about God? What about this supreme being that everybody's talking about? Like this kind of being that's all religions are almost preaching. Like 90% of the religion also preach the God, which is there upside. And what I get to learn from my high school experience was that God is not the way. I don't believe God as the way everybody preaches God. Like I have my own way of believing in God. God, like in high school they used to say that we needed to going every single day, praying, praying, going on knees and everything, going to mass every day, and pray God and get what we need from Him or make Him proud sometimes. But to me, I believe God is more like a parent or like a best friend, like somebody to whom you can talk to. And ever since the day I met something really special in my life, which is this little tiny cross, everything changed. Everything changed at some points because I didn't believe in miracles before I got this, but at some points I started believing in miracles. So the story about this is my mom gave me this before going to high school, and in primary school I was I can just say dumb, but yeah, it was in the sense of that sense of like being somebody who's not like always on a straight line, but I was different from the other persons. I was really, I don't know, not caring about anything, having fun all the time, and the academics were really, really bad. I couldn't concentrate at some points. And when I was about to get into the seminary or the high school, my mom went to this place called Kibeho. Like it's known that the Virgin Mary came there to, the apparition thing to the girls, and she got this from the place where the Virgin Mary came. And the day before I went to high school, she gave it to me. She said, may God protect you. And then when I had reached into high school, everything changed suddenly. Like I don't know what happened to me, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just because I changed the environment or something. But I was someone different. I was something new. I mean, even the mentally, I started excelling in class. I started achieving great things in high school. People started seeing me as a different person. I don't know why, but yeah, I started becoming like somebody new. I mean, performing, outstanding, and I think this is the thing which got me to be sure and like today, and this is the small miracle like that I believe in God. Like, and this thing has been my best friend almost every single time. And in high school, in my first year, I used to get lonely and depressed because all my friends were still back there in. They were still. We got separated from my friends from primary school, and most of them went to the other schools, and I was the only one who came from my school to the high school we were going. So sometimes I feel depressed. Sometimes I was bullied. Sometimes I was kicked off from different places because I was really short. Nobody cared about that much. And in those kind of moments, this was my best friend. This was the person who I needed to, not only the person, but this thing that I wanted to talk to. I mean, it kept me like alive at some points. I cried with it. I did mistakes with it. I did great things with it. So whenever, if any of you guys need to know about me, you can just give it a mouth and then it'll tell you my whole story. Because at this point, everywhere I've went to, I've went there with this on my heart. So this is one of the greatest gifts I have. So that's why at some points I believe God as the best friend, as someone who understands, someone who you can talk to, someone who feels you understands what you're trying to say more than what the priests tell us to believe in, because they want us to always feel like we need to go on our knees and beg as if we're sinners every single day. But yeah, we're sinners, but it's not like as if we need to remember that every single day. And the thing here is, God, to me, God is someone who understands, someone who knows exactly what you want and why you're doing things. And sometimes to God, heart is what matters. Sometimes to God, heart is the main important thing in your lives, and God understands what you want in life. I don't know, but yeah, that's how it went. Like my family and I have passed through different things. I've passed through different problems, but most of them, I believe that yeah, God was there. Yeah, God was there. That's something for sure. But again, God is like a weapon to use. He came into us. People say we give him our bodies, but without us, what can happen? Like God also needs us at some points. So yeah, God is more like a best friend or a first dad. I can't believe I say it, second dad. But yeah, he's like a first dad, and there's a second dad, like a normal dad. But yeah, that's everything about my religion and how I believe in God and how everything changed. 'Cause the big story is it's really huge. My whole entire high school has been like messed up and changed at some points, but with the help of a small little tiny thing, I just pulled it through, and now here I am with a deep voice and everything. And I'm who knows. First thing, I'd say that my life has been experienced or influenced by friends and experiences of friends. And I believe that friends, that's also one thing which is really important in your life, because friends all the time got your back, you get their backs, and you know. But for me, I've been in societies where I find myself alone most of the time. It created depression, created loneliness, but I get to enjoy loneliness at some points because that was the only thing to do. So the first experience, I said earlier, in high school, I was alone. I was, the only person from my primary high school to my high school. I mean, yeah, primary school to high school, whatever. And the second experience was now in British Rwanda, Isom Academy. When I came to Isom Academy, I was like one of the persons which came from my school. Yeah, actually were two, but you know, connections, some things didn't work sometimes, and not like that related with the person who came from this high school. So even though we're from the same school, there was something behind, and yeah, at some points I could see people like hanging out in groups again, and I was almost every single time alone, and feel depressed. But I get to enjoy depression sometimes. I believe when something comes out to you, you make use of it, like in any ways. I mean, I used to enjoy the loneliness moment that I had. I really clicked at some points to make use of the loneliness and the depression that I had to become a better person in life. And I was asking myself, what could I do with this loneliness that I had? And that's when the biggest thing in my life changed. My whole entire life has been blurred by my parents' idea of becoming a doctor. They always wanted me to become a doctor in different field, but that was their idea, but it wasn't my idea. I mean, it wasn't my passion at first place. So they wanted me to become a doctor, and I guess I had no choice apart from following my parents' plan. But when I get to British Rwanda, there's two things which changed into me. One is what I was about to say about fighting loneliness and depression, and my first way of fighting this was through music. Music was the only thing that I could listen to the whole day. I found passion in music, and I mean, any kind of genre of music or any type of music, any style. At some points, my brain or my sensory organs felt like attracted to music and wanted to create something, wanted to take music to the next level of my life, and wanted to make it part of my life too. So I really wanted to, make something out of music and make something out of this new thing that I discovered. So that's when I started beatboxing. And beatboxing gave me like, was my second friend after my little cross here. And beatboxing helped me like, get out all the bad energy, all the bad moods, all the bad, I don't know, bad spirits out of myself, because I could listen to a song or an artist, and always wanted to implement or repeat what they said or what the beats were. And at some points I discovered new things about myself. I discovered like that I can do different things with my mouth, like those different things that I discovered about myself. Second thing about that I discovered there in British Rwanda was following my passion. I said that, but following my passion in what I call video games. Video games was something else that I was passionate about, and British Rwanda just opened my eyes. And then something with that, feeling loneliness was like a way of hiding or running away from the internal emotions that I was having. But And that was not the best thing to do. I had to create friends. I had to start everything from scratch. And that's when something clicked out of me. I wanted to, become somebody of importance into society. So that's when I started, getting close to friends, creating friends from scratch. Nobody knew me. I knew nobody there. And that's when I started everything. So I made friends. Sometimes with friends you get depressed too because you think they don't care, but actually they do care. And then I don't know, magic happens like that, and I became the person I am today because of my friends. Because sometimes you need somebody to talk to, somebody who responds to you. Not yeah, the cross does respond to me sometimes in the head, but and like naturally you need somebody to talk to, and that's one of the things which kept me moving all over this world. I mean, in my world, I believe friendship is something like really important too. Like you need friends to talk to. You need, even if you have like a small, little tiny toy you talk to, you tell all the depression moments. You'll be nice, yeah, it'll be great because, I mean, I believe that maybe in that toy, maybe you find something in that toy, maybe you find something special in that cross you have, like me. But sometimes you need people to talk to, someone who responds, someone who understands, someone who goes through the same thing as you. And that's maybe one of the things which is really great about, I think, my worldview. So, well, as I said earlier, at home I'm the firstborn. I'm pretty sure I didn't say about this, but at home I'm the firstborn, and being the firstborn goes with great responsibilities. Everybody thinks that I have to be an example to my siblings. I have to work hard to show them the right way, to show them the great path to take in life. I don't know how that works, but I do my best to, get to show them what to do, what to, what is the right way. My sister, which is like the second, there's 3 years between me and my sister, and I don't know if she's looking at me and saying I'm a big bro, but that's something which is really awesome at some points because when you have those kind of responsibilities, you get to get motivated every single time. You don't have to give up or say I'm weak or say things don't go well, things don't go like this, things don't go like as I want. But I believe that having the responsibility is one of the great things. So through the experience of being the firstborn at home, I've learned more than 2 or 3 things. One of the things is, you know, motivation in my life. Uh, Family always motivates you at some points. When you see how your parents work hard to find you the money to go to school, the money to go to, you know, like for example, me here in Kigali, I depend on my parents. I don't have a job, I don't have anything, so everything is based on my parents. They give me money to go to school, they give me money to buy things, you know, even leave at some points. But the first thing here is the courage and the motivation to walk every single day that I get from my family is something which has built the person I am today, the person I, you know, I wake up every single day to be. And with that motivation in my mind, I want to be like them. I want to even achieve more like them. Because the background they set, like the origin, the start mark they've set is something which is really powerful in my heart and which is always burning. And that I believe I should be walking in their shoes. They set out a road for me, and then it's up to me to put every single light which is possible. And me putting those lights will be like really helpful to my siblings. They will be able to see the way through. I'm sorry, I'm putting too many proverbs into this, but yeah, or metaphors. I don't know. Sorry, but yeah, when I say road, I mean a way, and when I say lights, I mean you know, vision, like make my younger siblings see through the way and become even better than me. Because I don't think okay, I probably might do great things, but my siblings also have to do great things. Even though sometimes I think that me being the firstborn and them realizing that I have to do much better to show them the way is sometimes of a setback to them. Because when they be like, will do everything. Quentin will achieve almost every single thing. This sometimes can get discouraged or even work less because they think that I'm there for them. But again, if you look at it from another angle, that's something great because I'm setting a way for them to, develop. And that's one of the things which has built me into the person I'm today. Like the motivation of always being the firstborn, the motivation of always wanting to help my siblings back there, and making them improve sometimes. That was one of the great things which happened to my life. So the second thing about my family and how it influenced my worldview is an experience I have with hope. Always having hope in life. Remember in the first introduction of the video, I said I have three siblings, and the last one was really not normal. And here's the story about it. So lately, my mom got pregnant days when she was in a meeting in Croatia, and then she came back out of a sudden, and she went through different things. She went through different complications. Her placenta got problems, and the baby was almost out, and there were all these kind of complications which are not good. But she had hope. The doctor told her that the baby won't survive, and the chances of the baby survival will be 20%. And if the babies survived, one of them would die, or another might survive, or probably the chance was there that both of them could survive. But as the firstborn, I was supposed to take care in charge of my mom, so I took care of my mom. If there's like the hardest thing I did in my life was that always being there for mom, always being there for giving her everything, bring up things. The doctor told her to sleep for 9 straight months for the baby to get well and give birth to a nice child. And all those 9 months, sometimes I went to school, but when I was back, it was a hard job to do. I needed to, take care of my mom, take care of, you know, the situations around. And in those 9 months, I got to learn that hope is something really important in life. Like no matter what we do, no matter where we go, with hope, I believe that some great things happen. With hope, I believe that amazing things happen because hope is everything. I mean, with that hope, my mom always say that, yeah, hope is everything. And at some points, God showed that hope is everything. Because at the end of the 9 months, my mom gave birth to a nice, handsome brother of mine. Uh, but the chances of his survival, remember that it was 20%. Nobody knew what was happening. Everybody told my mom to abort the child. My mom was like, no, my child heart is still beating, so there's no way I'm aborting the child. He's my son. She loved the child even though she didn't know the child. And she always say that in life you always have to get hope, to have hope, sorry. And that was something which was really touching to me. That's something which showed me the way. That's something which, shaped my life at some points and learned that hope is something. So no matter every single thing that I may go through, like the mess of the RID schools and everything, but you gotta always have hope for some life. You always have to set the ground, set different things for hope in life. That's what I believe actually, and that's the relationship I have with my family. Other than that, my family is like a great family. They taught me a lot. They have high expectations on me, and that's what keeps me moving every single time. And that's what makes me, want to move further, want to be a nice person, want to be kind to everybody. And, with all those kind of expectations, there's no way I'm betraying them. There's no way I'm sitting back. There's no way I'm going back there and say, Mom, I'm sorry, Dad, I'm sorry, I failed. There's no way I'm doing that. My worldview is a straight worldview. I see things through. I don't mess up. And even if I fail is there to teach. Failure is made to make us learn from our mistakes. And there's no way I'm reaching anywhere without failing. We grow through failing. And we learn to recognize our failures to ourselves, to make those failures one of the things which build us. So, yeah, actually that's what I believe. And that's one way to tackle my life in just 2 points with my family. So that was an experience with my family. Well, I guess we're coming to the end of this video, and I was glad talking to you about my worldview, about how I see the world, about how my family, my spirituality, and my friends shaped my life till today. And I hope this will help you sometimes in life, and as it helped me. But again, this is my worldview. This is nobody else's worldview. I mean, you all have your worldviews, but if there's something you can learn from this, please go ahead, learn, and grow into better persons. And I'm not done yet. I'm not done becoming a great person. There's a lot of things. I'm just 19, so there's a lot of things to discover if I don't die tomorrow. There's a lot of things to discover about life, about all the great things in life. But again, I believe that we need to grow at some points. My worldview is different from your worldview, and your worldview is different from somebody else's worldview. But when we get close, when we get to see what happens between our worldviews, magic happens. There's, this kind of great connection and power. At least you can support one or two same things in our worldviews, either in spirituality, religion, uh, the community around us, or even the families. Yeah, sometimes, there gonna be one or two similarities between our worldviews. But again, thank you again. I don't know why I'm thanking you, but yeah, this is it. I'm done with today's video, and it was nice talking to you. And I hope you will learn and grow into better persons as you want to, if you are still growing. And